Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a good question. Good in the sense that it's interesting and the answer might not be obvious, even though, some people who ask this question are quite a bit dubious and perhaps they don't believe in God. But anyway, let me just get straight into the question. The question is, God killed a lot of people in the Bible. Why do Christians say that he's pro-life? Okay. So here's the thing. God is in favor of life so long as that life serves the purpose for which he made it, which is to bring honor to his name. God did not leave us in doubt that he made us for himself and only for himself and not for someone else. He said in Isaiah chapter 43 verses 7 and 21, "Even every one that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. This people have I formed for myself. They shall show forth my praise." When the life that God has made refuses to serve him, that life loses its value, and he doesn't mind sacrificing it at any time. For instance, the Amalekites had tried to destroy God's people in Exodus chapter 17 verses 8 to 16, and in the process, they killed many of the feeble ones who could not escape. God hated the Amalekites for this and commanded that they all be killed, according to Deuteronomy chapter 25 verses 17 to 19 and 1 Samuel chapter 15 verses 1 to 3. God commanded that the wages of sin is death, according to Romans chapter 6 verse 23. Therefore, God is perfectly justified in implementing that law in totality and ending humanity for our sin. It's only by mercy that he sent his son Jesus to open another path to our redemption via his ransom sacrifice, according to 1 John chapter 4 verses 9 to 11. We are God's property. He has the right to do whatever he wants with us, and we cannot question it, as Nebuchadnezzar learned in Daniel chapter 4 verses 34 to 35, and as Paul argued in Romans chapter 9 verses 20 to 21. God is pro-life because he initiated life in the first instance, and he continues to sustain the lives of humans till today, as Paul said in Acts chapter 17 from verses 24 to 28. However, God can end life whenever it no longer serves its purpose. Now, it's difficult for some people to understand this because they look at it from their perspective. It's like, oh, why would God end a human life? It's like, why would God be so treacherous or so evil in that sense, right? When you think about it from your own perspective, it'll look that way. But you think about it from God's perspective, because that's how you actually understand what he does. Just the way God sees us, it's not different at all from how we see things we build, right? You can say that humans are pro-building. We love to erect structures and build them to last long. But don't we have the right to pull buildings down if they get old or we want to put something else there? Can the Burj Khalifa tell us that we're not allowed to pull it down? Can the CN Tower demand that it remain standing? When we want to pull it down, we pull it down. Now you might say, buildings are not living things, but humans are. However, that argument doesn't work because God created life in the same way that we create buildings, and God sees us the exact same way we see our buildings, or the way a potter sees clay. Clay isn't living. But the way a potter sees clay is exactly how God sees us. And he said that in Jeremiah chapter 18 verse 6. He told his people, "O house of Israel, cannot I do with you as this potter, said the Lord? Behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are ye in my hand, O house of Israel." A human being, however, cannot stand in the place of God and begin to kill people or abort children as they like. That is murder, and God does not support that. He is pro-life and wants all humans to be fruitful and multiply, according to Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. The decision of which lives to terminate in order to eliminate sin from the world is God's executive decision to make. Okay, so I think that answers the question, why do Christians say that God is pro-life if he killed a lot of people in the Bible, right? God has the right to do whatever he wants with us. So he's pro-life because he initiated life in the first place. He was the one who decided, right, let there be life, so to speak. So, but if that life isn't serving his purpose, he has all right to terminate it, just as we have a right to destroy whatever we think is no longer serving the purpose for which we created it. Okay, so I think that answers that question. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you click the like button, you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and check out the other videos we have as well, because we come up with videos regularly, and by now there's so much that if you take some time to watch them, you'll come out knowing a lot more about God and his purpose. Okay, have a great day, and God bless you.